TechCrunch is an industry-known organization and event that really helps shine a spotlight on innovative companies. So it's just really great to be part of this culture. We've had a number of conversations and meetups with members of media, other companies that potentially partner. There's an occasional potential client here that would help us. So it's just really great to be part of this energy and get that visibility that we need as an early stage company to kind of cut through, especially being from Maine, which isn't traditionally known as a high-tech startup hub. TechCrunch has really helped us a lot. Thank you, good job. Hello, TechCrunch. My name is Mike Vienne. I'm the CEO of Wallet.
I do think we will turn some heads. We're doing some pretty new stuff, especially with artificial intelligence, machine learning. We're taking huge data sets and changing the way people visualize so many things in life. These past 3 weeks, we realized, all right, we are supposed to be on this stage and we can compete with some of the best companies out there. I'm excited to just kind of talk to people also who have lived a similar experience. I haven't talked to very many software people in the state of Maine. The people that I do, I always have a really long, intense conversation with. It's great. But I'm interested to really talk to hundreds of startups who are also in that exact same phase and being able to relate to them and compare their stories. So I don't feel crazy all the time when I'm I'm a pre-revenue company trying to get to beta. I feel like that's something that's going to be really cool to talk to people about.
I actually got sleep before a flight, which I never do. I ended at SFO and we are gearing up for 3 days at TechCrunch. We really want to showcase the Maine brand and talk to as many people as we can about the ecosystem in Maine, the startups that we have here, and really make the case that Portland has a growing tech scene.
3 days packed of networking and expos and workshops, so we're excited. We're gonna mad dash over the hotel, drop some stuff off, and then head over and get our badges and get ready for tomorrow.
We were obsessed with this show, Silicon Valley. It's a comedy show about startup companies, and during one of the first seasons, they go to TechCrunch Disrupt. Ever since we saw that episode, we said, we're going to be there one day. We're really going to be there one day, and we believed it. We had no idea that we would be here so soon, in just a year. Startup Maine has been amazing and incredibly supportive with what they're doing here this year and bringing all these fantastic Maine companies, all these Maine tech companies, to be able to, mingle, network, and be here right where everything started.
So Startup Maine is a nonprofit, and we support entrepreneurs. We are the convener. We help them through getting access to resources, helping them think through what they need to grow and scale. And we also offer a yearly conference that takes place in June every year. About a year and a half ago, one of the organizers from TechCrunch reached out to me and she said that a Maine company had never exhibited at TechCrunch Disrupt. So I said, okay, we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna do something about that. We put together a whole comprehensive list and we were able to pick these 8 companies who are here with us today. We want to be able to showcase our Maine technology scene in other parts of the country, so we can really be thought of as an area that has these industries.
Hey, I'm Luke Thomas. I'm a co-founder at Friday, and we're building workplace communication software to improve the flow of information. So this is my second day being full-time on the company, and a large reason of being invited to this. I've quit my job. I'm now working on this full-time. We're on the verge of closing a convertible note round of funding. And also I have a chance to kind of constantly pitch the product and be able to iterate around how I talk about it. I've been able to book a bunch of meetings outside of the event and have had really great conversations with potential investors, partners, customers.
I think that connecting people is the main thing that I love about Disrupt San Francisco. So it's not just even about connecting VCs with startups, but it's about connecting founders with other founders and even like founders with potentially new places that they could go to. There's innovation happening all over the country, not just Silicon Valley. I think that startup culture is going to be distributed evenly throughout the US 50 years from now. I think what's interesting is that each different place has its own things that they're really good at. Maine is another place outside of Boston that's a great Northeast hub. So it's exciting for me to be able to travel to all these places, visit a lot of different startup scenes, and meet with people from different accelerators and VCs and learn about what's going on in those regions.
The Maine pavilion that we have here and the companies that are being showcased, it's really helping Maine overall.
I founded Near Peer in 2017 with the premise that students who are more engaged with their peers are more committed to both showing up and staying in college. The Bay Area broadly and San Francisco particularly is the center of both education technology and investors for our line of work. We've led to connections with some of the largest angel groups in California, with Google and a variety of other partners and potentially future investors. I started this work initially, I lived in Austin, Texas, and planned to actually start Near Peer in Boston or Cambridge. And because of the strong support from MTI for early stage companies, I actually decided to found Near Peer in Maine. So it's really thanks to MTI support that our entire business started and is growing in Maine.
We believe that there's one universal problem that we all face, and that is saving money. It's hard, especially here in San Francisco. You see, nearly 80% of the US workforce lives paycheck to paycheck, and almost half of the American families in the United States don't even have $400 saved up for an emergency. And the craziest thing is, of all the companies that are trying to reward us and incentivize us, spending hundreds of billions of dollars to hand over our savings, none of them are banks. Wallet changes that. Wallet is a free savings app that pays cash rewards when you actually save. And we partner with banks and credit unions in order to enable them to capture consumers' attention at peak moments. Peak moments when you are highly motivated around your personal savings goals. And so we launched the platform earlier this year in April. We have 20,000 monthly active users. We've got 6 clients that share our vision, and we're only 5 months in. So how is it that this small venture-backed team based in Portland, Maine called Wallet is actually powering the future of banking? Come see us. Again, my name is Mike Vienne. We are a Wallet. Thank you very much.
One of the things that we came together as both having lots of children in both of our families is realizing that kids today really have very little understanding of the financials of today's world and how to maneuver that. So it started with that, and we decided let's build a company around this concept, and we came to Maine because Maine has incredible programs to help build companies and support ideas and growth in Maine, and we decided we would work towards that goal and make a Maine company.
Vetro FiberMap is a mapping platform that is built for internet service providers to design fiber optic networks. The demand for bandwidth around the world is growing exponentially, as you might imagine. A lot of the talks here at TechCrunch are about 5G and Internet of Things. We build and deliver and sell the product right from Portland. It's in the cloud. It's kind of amazing what you can do these days. We have customers around the world in 14 countries on every continent. We really want to be the best at what we do in the market, anywhere in the world.
HiByte is an industrial software startup, and we're on a mission to make industrial data useful. And what that means is that we are consuming raw operations data from the plant floor and adding modeling and contextualization and standardizing that data so it can be used by consuming applications that might want to have access to that data for advanced analytics or machine learning or edge computing. We're really here because it's an awesome opportunity provided by Startup Maine, but it also gives us access to in-person interviews and meetings with investors, with the press, with analyst companies that otherwise we just really wouldn't have access to in our backyard in Portland, Maine. Maine's interesting because the community is small, but it's also really supportive. So once you start to get traction with one investor or one person, like it can just all swell up into some meaningful investment. It's really exciting to see other startups beginning to flourish. And you can tell that because there's 8 of us here this year at TechCrunch. That's never happened before. And just the entire community is starting to rise, and it also means that we're getting access to more development talent than we've ever had before. I think finding qualified software developers in Maine has always been a challenge, and while that's still the case, it's starting to change, and that's going to be really important to the success of all of our startups. You don't have to be in the Bay Area to be successful, and I think putting Maine on the map here is really important, and maybe even making investors take notice.
A lot of it's just about the experience, what goes on here, who are the different people that you're talking to, and what can come out of it. We've already booked some pretty cool meetings, and even an interested partner who wants to take Defendify and resell it to market, so got some pretty cool stuff going on. Defendify is a cybersecurity platform we've developed for small businesses. Most small businesses don't have any cybersecurity protection, and a lot of the tools on the market today are geared towards the enterprise. So we've developed an all-in-one tool that they can use to protect their company, and IT providers can use this tool to protect their customers.
We obviously wanted to build the company right in Maine, and Portland's a great place to do that. Portland has an amazing ecosystem right now of startups. I think the fact that Portland is a small town also gives you an opportunity to reach out into the community and have conversations with people. You can hit up a founder and say, hey, can I grab a coffee and pick at your brain? And they're open to do that.
Disrupt is like notorious, right, for the startup cultures. This is the future of employment in the United States. I grew up in Maine and I went to college in Maine. This event is particularly great, impactful for the people who get to come here and have that little taste of possibility, I hope. Like that one meeting where somebody's like, yeah, that's an awesome idea, let's do that. As opposed to, yeah, that's an awesome idea, good luck. DriftSpace is a platform for VR video content creators to do interactive video experiences. Basically, we're trying to lower the barrier to entry so that more creative people can create these great experiences in virtual reality. So I recognize that I'm in somewhat of a unique position about being able to spend a significant amount of time here in the Valley and also in Portland. I hope for being this bridge between the two worlds that I can bring some of this sense of the possibility back to Maine, and that we can all do that from having this experience, and that we can really get it into our bones, that we really can do all of this stuff. We're as talented and as bright and as scrappy as anybody else, or scrappier than anybody else. We just need to believe that it's possible.
I'm just curious, actually. So we were able to get Steph Curry here.
Oh yeah.
Will you guys get Tom Brady next year?
Ooh, we might be able to pull some strings on that. No promises. But that would be a showstopper.
Yeah, definitely. I might come out if you guys get him.
Okay, fine. I'll do my best. I'll make a call.
I like to dance.
Which is what I love to do.
We're dancing tonight?
Oh, crazy. It's great.
You haven't seen my dance moves yet.
It's not like a very dance-heavy crowd.
Yeah, very proud, very proud.
Can you keep asking me easy questions?
Is my hair okay?
Sure.
Sure?
Sure.
Sure? It's not flat and dead on my face?
My name is Sam Matiosian. We just say all of the letters.
Where's the stylist?
Do you want the? Yeah. Where's my?
You look good.
I need some fluffing. I need a fluffer.
This may take me 2 times because I'm still trying to figure out how to talk about it. Ran out of things to say.